Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Hanan. I'm a working mother of three, and this is my YouTube channel, Home with Hanan. My channel is basically about cleaning, organizing, cooking, and DIY projects. So I wanted to do this video in English because all my previous videos were in Arabic. So this is for my English-speaking friends and for my daughter Talia and her friends from school who requested the redo of the lasagna recipe in English. All right, so let's start with the recipe. First of all, you want to start with some fresh spinach. You can definitely use frozen, but I prefer to use fresh spinach. So what you do is you take a good amount because when that spinach starts to cook down, it'll shrink massively. So here I am chopping it roughly. You're going to add some olive oil to a pan and simmer a bit of chopped garlic. Then you're going to add the spinach to it and mix it in. Then you're going to add a little bit of salt and then some pepper. This is black pepper. See how it's starting to shrink? It's basically reduced to nothing. So once the spinach is cooked, you're going to set it aside and put it in a bowl to cool down while we prepare the sauce. So using that same pan, we're going to add a bit of olive oil, and then we're going to saute some diced red onion, add a bit of garlic to it, and stir. Now make sure you don't burn that garlic because that will definitely change the flavor of the sauce. I'm going to use some ragu over here, a good amount, maybe about half that amount, the container. We're going to let that simmer and cook down. Once it starts to bubble like that, you're going to add some spices. Here I added some pepper, a bit of bouillon, chicken bouillon, and the sauce is ready. So next I'd like to do some bechamel. Now I like to top my lasagna with bechamel because it kind of cuts down the sauciness of the lasagna, if you understand what I'm saying. You put some butter, a little bit of oil so that butter doesn't burn, and then you put about 2 tablespoons of flour, and then you whisk that. Then you add your milk. Now I'm not going to put too much milk because that's just going to be the top layer of the lasagna. I'm going to add some pepper and some chicken bouillon for flavoring. And this delicious blend of cheese, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano, that's going to give it a really good cheesy flavor. Not too much of that because we're going to add some more cheese within the layers of the lasagna. Mix that in so it melts. Now I'm going to prepare the creamy spinach ricotta cheese filling. So I bought 2 types of ricotta cheese from H-E-B, the part skimmed and the whole. I'm going to also use 2 eggs for seasoning, some oregano, black pepper, and paprika. I'm going to use both containers because I'm making a big tray of lasagna. You crack the eggs in, add your spices, and just mix all that together so it blends nicely. I'm going to add a little bit of cheese as well. That delicious blend of Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano cheese. And my filling is ready. I'm going to use the oven-ready lasagna. So I'm going to start layering my lasagna. I'll start up with some sauce. Spread that around in my tray. And then I'm going to put the first layer of lasagna. Make sure you cover the bottom. I'm going to break that last piece and split it between 2. And then I'm going to put my spinach and ricotta cheese filling. And just gently spread that around. I'm going to add a bit of cheese, that delicious blend, and then also you can add some Parmesan or not Parmesan, mozzarella here, but I had Mexican cheese and that worked just fine. Put another layer of lasagna. And just keep adding layers until you basically fill your tray with all the ingredients. All right, so this is my final layer. I'll put the final layer of the lasagna, and then I'm going to top that with the sauce, and then the bechamel. See how cheesy and stringy that looks? Super yummy. And on top, of course, we're going to add some cheese, sprinkle of paprika for color, and then I'm going to put that into the oven, 350-degree oven for about an hour. So while the lasagna is baking in the oven, I'm going to prepare a quick and healthy salad using beetroot. This is cooked beetroot. So you basically prepare the dressing with some lemon, salt, pepper, a bit of vinegar, and some pomegranate sauce and olive oil. Mix that really good, and then you can use that as your dressing. The salad is basically spinach, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and some walnuts. I'm also going to prepare some garlic bread. I added some oil to some melted butter, a clove of garlic, and then some parsley, salt to taste, and some pepper. You're going to give that a good mix, and then you're going to cover your toast slices. I think I bought some HEB bread here. It was already sliced, just to make it easy for me. And I'm going to coat all those slices. I also like to add a little bit of cheese to some of these slices of toast. So the lasagna is ready, and so is the garlic toast, and dinner is basically ready. We got the salad, the beet salad, the garlic bread, and our delicious lasagna. I'm going to cut into it so you can see all the layering that we did. See there, it might not be very obvious because it's still hot, but once I cut into it with my fork, you'll be able to see the filling. So creamy and so tasty. Okay, for the next part of this video, we're taking you on a tour of Teso Live Asian Department Store, which recently opened up here in town. I'll give the mic to my daughter Talia to walk you through the anime section.
Hey, so this is what we did during Teso. Sorry if it's a little loud. So this is the figure and blind box section. It was really aesthetic for the most part. I feel like if you're a Sanrio fan or World of Warcraft, you'll definitely enjoy this place because they had a bunch of Sanrio, and I saw a couple World of Warcraft. I don't know if she got that in this video. There was also blind boxes that were kind of similar to the ones they have at Pop Mart. So if you're into that stuff, I feel like it would be really interesting. And it was also pretty affordable, let's say. It was like 10, 20, $30 at most. Especially these, those were like $10. And it was genuinely really interesting because there's not much in our area like this, and it was huge. Their selection was huge. Not to mention these machines. I feel like if you're kind of a Korea boo, I would say you would really like this. Like they had a lot of these sort of things. The cars, like those people that love those Lego building, they're Lego builders, you would love those. Also, they had Ramen and stuff like that. Especially if you're an anime fan, they had Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Naruto, Boruto, and again Sanrio. Me personally, I got Itachi because I love him, but there was other options, of course.
So I'll be taking you through this next section. This is the hour they have all the plastic Tupperware, storage containers and such. I found the prices pretty affordable. And here, this is like all sorts of storage solutions for pantry, for kitchen. They had a pretty wide selection. Here they had different types of colanders and strainers for vegetables and such. And this here is the section that I truly fell in love with. Look at all those cute little mugs with the lids and everything. So pretty. They were so cute. I'm definitely going to buy some. Not maybe not in this video, but in future I will definitely get some. Honestly, they had some of the cutest stuff. Look at this one over here. The mugs were all ceramic and they came with their lids and little spoons. Over here they had their glassware and ceramic bowls and plates. This lemon design has been trending recently. Measuring cups, Tupperware, glass Tupperware. I love these little bowls and plates. You can put sauces and stuff in there and serve in dishes. Beautiful. Just look at that. So cute and pretty. It's kind of similar to some of the dishes that I have that I bought from Egypt. Look at the noodle bowls with lids. So cute. And here's where they have the kitchen utensils. It had a variety of stuff. Lemon squeezer. I think this is a pot sticker, press, sambusa maker, something like that. They also had a whole aisle of cleaning supplies, cleaning detergents and such. Um, I couldn't really read anything on the labels because it was mostly in Asian. Then they had this whole section for beauty supplies. Basically anything you can think of, lash curlers, scissors, beauty utensils, sponges, everything you can think of. And the prices seemed very reasonable as well. I would encourage you to go and take a tour. The store was huge, though, I don't think we can cover everything in this video, but it is worth a visit. All right, guys, so we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the tour and my lasagna recipe. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Till I see you next time, stay safe and goodbye.